know that you have all been excited to hear what I've been doing in Portugal, and I'm so excited to tell you about it. So the first week I got here, it was a lot of jet lag and trying to set up my room. This is my room. And just trying to organize everything and go to the grocery store and check out all of the city, like Porto and Montezenus is where I live. It's right next to the beach, so I've been to the beach a lot. And then the week after, we went to a city that's like 2.5 hours from here, and it's called Fatima, and it is in the Catholic world. It is a very holy city for most Catholics, and the story of how it came to be was that these 3 little pastors, 3 little kids, went on this walk, and then they went to this tree, and one of them saw the spirit of Mary and went and told the others, and October was the last day that she was seen, and in May was the first day that she was seen. So this is 1917. So then they made a whole like structure dedicated to Mary and seeing her, and yeah, it was a really weird feeling because it was beautiful but also confusing and conflicting, because in Fatima they really did like worship Mary, and that was really confusing to me because I have met Catholics that absolutely adore Jesus and are dedicated to him, but in this city it was like they didn't care about Jesus, they just cared about Mary, like and it really clicked in my brain because there was this one picture that was like on top of this structure, besides like all the giant Marys that were everywhere, but there was this one picture that had Jesus on one side, God on the other, and the Holy Spirit was right here, but they were all putting like a giant crown on Mary's head, and I was like, what? And it just made me so sad that they turned this woman who wanted to be a servant of God into someone that was like holier than God, and I was like, man, they really missed the point, and that makes me sad. And there were people like walking on their knees because they had made a promise to Mary, and to fulfill that promise they felt like they needed to suffer, so they walked on their knees for like miles, and people were burning candles everywhere, and yeah, so it's pretty crazy and conflicting. There was a little church that had Jesus, but it was confusing. So you guys can pray that I learn more about the Catholic Church, specifically in Portugal, and yeah, I can just understand it a little bit more. But what we did in Fatima, besides look around and pray, was we made these little booklets, and they had devotionals like every day, and we handed them out, and people were really excited about them. So probably because it was free, but it was a start. They were really excited. There was one lady that came and yelled at me and my roommate Hoot, and she slapped her with a book, and I was like, that's rude. But other than that, most people were pretty receptive. So yeah, that's what I did for a lot of my time here so far, and it was really cool and sad and confusing. So that's definitely something you can pray for. Oh, and this week I'm getting a Portuguese bank account, so you can pray for that, because I will then have to figure out how to pay taxes in Portugal and in the US at the same time. And well, Jesus is good, so we'll figure it out. Okay, I think that's all. now you get to see my room.
Here is my window and my room. And there's the hallway. Kitchen. Here's where we drive. Hi! Hi! These are my roommates. This is Hoot and this is Eve. It's very late for them.